Everything this abuser does is intentional. Every single thing. As I've said before, the moment you're holding that baby in your arms, they know what matters most to you. They know. And frankly, you ignite their shame when they can see that love, that implicit love and affection you have for that baby. It ignites a shame in them because they have a recognition they cannot love in the same way. They're not capable of it. And so what do they realize? They realize, oh, this is something, maybe subconsciously, that I can weaponize if I ever need to. And now they feel the need to. This is what they're doing. They're weaponizing, aren't they? They're harming your child. And so recognizing that that was the plan all along, again, whether it was conscious or unconscious, that was the plan all along. If you ever tried to escape, they were going to try to hurt you in the way that it mattered the most to you. What matters the most to you is your child's safety, your child's physical health, your child's psychological health. These are all the things that matter most to you, and they know it. This is why abusers oftentimes will sabotage medical intervention, or maybe your child has you're starting to see some neurodivergency. You're starting to see some examples of your child not really being a little challenged in some academic circumstances or otherwise social circumstances. The abuser will do whatever they can to sabotage support, or they will say that you are the cause of that. Oh my gosh, I hear this all the time. Protective parents are the cause of all of their children's manifestations of behaviors, when actually the only person at fault is the abuser. Unless, of course, there's a neurodivergency, right? Which, by the way, if there is a neurodivergency, of course, it's going to be more intensified due to the trauma. We know this, right? So what comes first, the trauma or the neurodivergency? Neurodivergency, and then you add the trauma on top of it and it gets worse. There's a variety of answers, right? I mean, there's a lot of really amazing experts out there saying that something like ADHD is really a disassociation, right? A trauma response. I'm not suggesting that I agree or disagree with that. What I am suggesting is that if your child has been diagnosed with ADHD, the manifestations of that ADHD are going to be intensified when they are living between your home and the abuser's home, or they're living in the home with the abuser. It's just going to be intense. I'll do a follow-up to this on the manifestations of these traumas, but I would say in general, what we know is it's attention challenges, whether it's hyperfocus, obsessiveness, right? Or it's like a disassociation. These are all trauma responses, but they also can be, of course, this neurodivergency that is intensified. So I'm getting a little off track here, but what I would say is that, I want you to be really understanding of the fact that our children are being abused. And now that we know that, it's like, I'm going to use an example of, the horrific circumstances of an animal being abused, right? And we know that they've come from a place where they've been in a pen for a long period of time, or they've been mistreated by their owners, right? Think about puppy mills and things like that. And the reality is when we have that animal in our home, we're going to treat them differently, right? We have to. We have to be more cautious, right? We have to be very gentle, and we have to be less defensive. Their behavior is not a result at all. Their behavior is not a result at all of us. Their behavior is a result of their own trauma. So I hope that's helpful. And I will see you on my next week. I'm going to try to do 2 of these a week. So everybody, I hope that you share, and I hope that you find these YouTubes validating. Have a great day. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell.